and thank you, everybody. This is just as a reminder, we are recording this. I'll watch the chat box. If there's any questions, you can go there or just raise your hand and we'll kind of go from there. So, all right, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you. Before I start, can you allow me to share?
Yep, 1 second. Let me get that for you.
Perfect. Okay, thank you everybody for being here. I would love to see your face, unless online, so I don't have kind of feeling I am talking with myself, but I completely understand if you want to be in the camera off. My name is Luisana Méndez. I am originally from Venezuela. I am the founder and executive director of Huellas Latinas. And this is a small nonprofit, and we promote outdoor activities or connection with nature for Latino families in Minnesota.
You should be able to share a screen now.
Perfect. Um, okay. Let me know. Can you see the presentation?
You're good.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you again for this opportunity. We want to share a little bit about our organization and how we engage with Latinos, motivate this part of the population to visit different parks around Minnesota because we have a beautiful, beautiful park system. Um, Mm, I want to acknowledge, and I know everybody knows, our community is facing right now a very hard time. Even that we are here, um, and we keep working and we keep inviting people to visit the parks because being outdoors is a good way to resilient and to be health and to healing all the bad things. Huellas Latinas, born 5 years ago now, just with me, with one idea and curiosity to be in outdoors in Minnesota, to explore different parks. I start with a personal challenge, the 52 High Challenge, and I learned the state park have 75 state parks, and I was, whoa, I want to visit each park. I think it was something fun to do. So I was in the passport club and the hiking club. Um, and I really like the social media stuff. So I just was visit the park, learning about the parks, and posting everything in social media. Little by little, friends family join to me in my hikes and in my adventures, and also community start asking about how they can do the same or how they can join in a hike because they don't want to be alone. And of course, I say yes. And so, um, for me, it was an opportunity to help my community in some ways because I understand there is a need from them. I hear many stories about people living in Minnesota for more than 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and they don't know the parks. And also learn why, the different whys, maybe language barrier, maybe transportation, or maybe just because they don't know very well how the park system works. For example, they don't know if the park is free or how to pay the parking or if the park is safe or how navigate in the trails because they don't know how to read the maps. So yeah, I have all this knowledge and skills and I decide to create Huellas Latinas to share this experience with my community. We start doing family hikes when people come with kiddos and in different age. We are using, of course, the face mask because 5 years ago was a COVID. But we want, go out and hang out and be in nature and just have fun. After this program, everybody was asking now what we can do. I decide just keep going and keep hiking, keep doing a good things. I start listening people, their stories, what they say, what's mean the activities for them. Most of the people come from different countries. They don't have families, friends in Minnesota. So Huellas Latina means the opportunity to know the city and also connect with other Latinos. Also, we have people who born and grow up in Minnesota, but even that they don't know very well the park. So this is Huellas Latinas was the good excuse to connect with the community and also being outdoors. Or more deeper testimonies or stories when we do some activities like a photography workshop, when we teach people connect with nature through the photography through photos. So this month, say she have a special son, and this son, the only way he can communicate is through the photos, images, or draw. So she was taking the activity of the workshop because she want to learn the best way to communicate with her son. So after that, it was, of course, crying, but also taking this very seriously because I knew this will mean a lot for my community. So we work in make more an organization like 501c3, a be a nonprofit. Yeah, that West Dina doesn't was just me or one idea or one person. Now become a formal organization, a nonprofit, where we connect Latino communities to the outdoor experience in nature to provide well-being and belonging. And also we want just inspire the generation of Latinos to feel home and outdoors. Part of the being immigrants is that feeling where you don't belong here, but you also don't belong to home country. We really trust and believe when we are in nature, when we connect with our communities, there's a way we can feel we belong to this place too. Oh, we share also values like community service, leadership and empowerment, belonging, respect, and curiosity. For West Latinas, we implement 4 programs all year round. Each program was are dedicated to not just provide experience, but also provide skills or transfer skills to our community. So of course, we love work together or doing something together, but also we want to encourage community work for themselves, explore the world for themselves, and bring another families or bring another people to do also any activities or be in parks. We have since the nature walks for beginners, like 3 or 4 miles. Also, we do backpacking trips or camping trips, and also activities on water, kayak, canoe. Or in different seasons, or depending on the season, we do a little bike rides or cross-country ski, snowshoes, something in the very beginning level to introduce these activities for the community, to the community. And it's great. And the experience has been amazing. For example, I am from Venezuela and I don't have snow in Venezuela. My first experience in the snow was just 8 years ago. Now feel confident to be out in the snow, doing cross-country ski with snowshoes is a change of life. That means I don't will spend 6 months of the year inside home. So that is the way, that is why we share all this with the community, because we want they feel they can go out and enjoy even when the days are super cold or we have a lot of snow. So there is a beautiful life here we can enjoy too. Our impact since 2021, and it's amazing. We are service a lot of people, more than, I don't know how to read that in English, 3,434 for people we call explorers. But also when we start tracking these numbers, we saw how the participation increased and how many people return to our activities. And that is the key. When we saw people return, it's because we are building something great. We are building a family, we are building a very good community and outdoors. And that is the change we want to see in the system. We partner, of course, with many organizations, more than 35 organizations, I believe, between local organizations and national organizations too. And we partner in different ways. Um, I feel super grateful for that because being a small nonprofit or in the beginning of the year of the nonprofit, we don't have staff and we don't have equipment. And these partnerships allow us to have access to different activities when partners provide equipment or provide training or provide any other things to make each activity more successful. Some learnings in this path with the community is everything we do with purpose. So it's no planning activities because we want to do many activities for the year. It's just because we want to provide authentic um, activity for the community. We want to building authentic relationships and growing with them. Most of the time we learn with the community. Like I say, I am just an enthusiastic, but I don't know everything in outdoors, but I try to learn, I try to partner, learn from the trainers, and share all this knowledge with community. Of course, truth is earned through the presence. Be consistent, be empathize with community. We recognize the story behind each people because for me it's the same story. I am an immigrant, so we understand that process when we are here, but we don't know how to make friends, how to find our own place. So we just keep going and show up and be consistent in what we do. Um, we when we do the activities in Spanish and also bilingual in English too. But when we talk with park agencies and park agencies want to attract other people who speak different language, uh, we need to think it's not about translation. It's also communicate from the cultural identity. This is very important. For example, in the beginning of the Huellas Latinas, I don't lead all the activities, but I was there. My presence, just there, being the bridge between park agencies and community, made a huge difference. We learn also this is not no bad weather, it's just lack of preparation and support for Latinos. Being in a cold, very cold winter out is super hard. But little by little, we are teaching people how to dress properly, what's the layers, or what other equipment they can use to support them and be more confident. That is very important. I know again, people who grow up in this weather is normal. Since you are younger, your parents teach you how to do the things, but for us, really need somebody teach you how to dress. Something simple like that makes a huge difference. Also, we collaborate based on equity. It's not about the money exchange or numbers. It's just how we transform the result. Just open the door for everybody. We don't we don't just take numbers. Uh, we really care about people. We we try to learn from them where they're from, what kind of things they like, what they do for living, not for gossip thing. It's just because we care who is coming and why people is coming to the activity, what kind of things the people need, so we can provide or support in another ways more than being in outdoors. Um, Most people or some people think being outdoors is just about recreation, and yes, but it's also being a well-being. You know more than me about this. And we try to translate this knowledge to the community, encourage people be out in the basic daily basis because it's good for our health. So that is a portion of the change of the system we want also to see. Um, all the how we reach people, outreach people, how we bring people to the activities, it's just listen before inviting people. Um, we don't need to have a strong agenda when we lead an activity. It's more about listen what people, why people is coming, why they need. Sometimes people just want to be in a silent. Some people just want to talk. Um, some people want to come for a walk, but they are curious about camping or another kind of things, or they want to learn more about trees or animals. So most of the thing is about this. Talk with people and listen what they are curious about, or encourage be curious about the outdoors. I would say collaborate with local leaders and trust their voice. Right now, we are very fortunate in Minnesota because I believe Huellas Latinas, for Spanish speaking, Huellas Latinas right now is not the only group. We have a lot of groups now, but also we have a group in different cities for different language too, or different culture, and that is good. We're in the past 5 years, I saw how new leaders is coming out for the outdoors, and they connect with different group of people, diverse group of people, and that is very good. I really want to see more of these leaders working close to the parks agencies to to create strategic ways to bring more people for parks. Um, being about or talk about accessible or inclusive or bilingual language, it's more about speaking the language. It's more about care. For example, I don't know, for Latinos, we love to talk, and we don't understand very well that phrase about personal space. No, 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 no. We love to talk. We love to hug. We love to kiss. That is something cultural. We love to talk about food. In a normal walk, we can end knowing the name of the grandma of somebody. So because we love to talk, we are very open, and that is the difference when we lead other kind of group, or we are in different groups. So if we understand this, the cultural portion, that is a perfect, that is a proof, and they can feel they belong in that place. Of course, the visual representation, they want to see themselves. When I started walking alone and 5 years ago, that was my question mark because I don't saw people like me on parks. All I saw was in English. Um, and was hard for me understand the park system. I always say this story because I did mark my perspective and was about I was hiking during the summer and was great. When winter arrived, I want to keep going and hike. But I don't know, the trail change they use in winter for cross country ski. So ignoring that, I go for a hike. When I saw the skier just yelling me, get out the track, get out the track, I was what? I was super confused. I don't know what happened in that moment. After that, I understand, oh, makes sense. So looks something simple, but nobody explained us that. I, of course, take the bands, and now I can teach people every time how to read the signals and the parks. And please don't walk with the trail for the cross country ski, and be careful when the season change. So that kind of thing is really important. Um, we can do programs, we can replicate. They will come. We don't need to do, something extraordinary. So it's just simple activities, consistent, so they can find something meaningful every time they attend. Um, Building the trust, building the confidence, um, create. when we design the activities, it's more about create the experience more than just go on a walk and a hike on a walk. It's just how we can create one experience people may people bring home something. So that is why, or that is a key to do something very meaningful for the community. Of course, we need to invest more in trainings and training a new leaders. For example, it's happening in my organization in Huellas Latinas. Right now, I lead the organization. I lead the activities, lead the organization, but also lead almost all the activities. And of course, I want more volunteers be in leaders, outdoor leaders, and feel confidence in leading one camping or leading one any activity. And take time for being that stage. So when we get the support from park system, I think that process can be more faster or can be faster. Uh, in my experience, I work closely with Dakota County Parks, and always they invite me for different trainings like archery or canoe training or cross-country ski training, that provide me skills I can replicate in the community or when they need some volunteers for their own programming. So I will encourage you to invest in that uh, training and knowledge for other people more than they just the staff. Um, we learn also from the community. It's hard to say which activity is the key for everybody because everybody have different needed. Um, for me, this testimony was very means a lot. We was doing a forest bathing session. Was this lady with chronic pain, and she loves to be in outdoors, but she don't go in outdoors because even walk, a small walk, is very painful for her. So we offer or find the opportunity to participate in a forest bathing. For her was just good, and she enjoy and she find a way to connect with nature at that point, even when she have a chronic pain. Um, we learn also there's no age for people to be an outdoor. We saw this lady with 75 years um, who joined for first time in a camping, was her first camping in the life, his dream thing. And she was super great camping with us, with different age, because we are a group of family with different age and experience. And she hiked this camping was in Whitewater State Park, and she hiked all the trails 6 miles to the Chimney Trail, blah blah blah. This is a hard hike, um, and I was super scared, and she was like super enjoy like a teenager, and it was just great and very inspired for us to see, yes, we need to change the narrative to being outdoors. Being outdoors is not about age, it's not about physical condition, it's not about have the best equipment or expensive equipment. It's just about be open to explore, do whatever you want to do, because for of course each person know themselves and know what they be able to do, um, and that is the message we express with people. We hear testimonies about leadership, and that is super good. Mm, yes, how we can make the parks and trails more welcoming for people. I will say always bilingual and inclusive signage. Don't need to be just in Spanish. Had to be the braille. I don't know. Inclusive is a big word. Um, One idea is we don't need to print everything in different language, but we can find different fun ways to get that. For example, sometimes we can put a QR code in signs when people can scan and find information in different language. So use the technology sometimes is good for doing this. Collaborate with the community, with organizations, open door for the other kind of experience or cultures, training the staff also to deal with different culture is a good way too. Maybe when we go to the country and somebody smile to us, that is the way we feel so welcoming. Than somebody just say, how I can help you. So that maybe looks a little serious for us. But co-create programs with community, celebrate culture, and the diversity we have in the stage. That is something beautiful we have. We should celebrate too. If somebody want to support a organization or connect with the organization, of course, you can connect through the social media, email, or you can help us sharing information or supporting us through the social media. You can become a partner or contribute with a grant or any donation or become a sponsor for different kind of events. Like I say in the beginning, we are celebrating right now the 5 years. This is something we feel very proud. It wasn't easy. All of you know because you have a lot of experience on this. So we are super happy right now. For that, I just want to finish with this quote like, nature is for everyone, but welcome is built. That welcome is felt when the space is recognizes you, includes you, and celebrates you. So if somebody have a question, I'm here.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Anybody have any questions they'd like to ask her? Mary Jo, I can turn it all over to you and let you kind of control from here.
Sorry I was late. I had another meeting that overlapped that I didn't think was going to, so we had a little bit of a panic, but Brad pulled us through. For I guess what I'm thinking is like for larger communities, smaller communities, do you see any difference in engaging populations based on size of community, or it's just that welcoming atmosphere that is really the key to?
Mm, I think it's the welcoming, or how we call the attention for communities. Sometimes we don't know, like, sometimes our communities don't have enough information about parks or the activities parks are doing. I think we need to approach them in the way they get information. So normally, some people don't go to the website. Oh, I go to this part and we research what they are doing. That is not how the information arrives to them. The information arrives through social media. So, many people right now is using the social media. If we don't use that channels to communicate with the people we want, they never would know about us. And that, yeah, don't have to be with the big or small organization. I think it's the way we communicate the information.
All right. If we don't have any questions, we get a few things in the chat thanking you, and the information was very helpful and very interesting. So we really appreciate you doing this for us. Sorry we didn't have a little bit bigger turnout, but we'll definitely share this information with on our website and things like that. So thank you very much for your time today. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.